Hey, good morning, everyone. How are you doing today? So, I have a data store here, okay, and it has basically some data in it, okay. So, I'm trying to analyze this data. I want to search for duplicates. I want to filter the data, okay. I want to do such data analytic tasks here. Now, I don't have an option to do that here. I'm searching for options. I cannot extract the data basically easily into a CSV file here, as you can see, right? So, basically, it's difficult for me to do some data analysis if the data in the data store is pretty huge. Okay. Now, what is the solution? Okay, so if we can extract the data into a CSV file, I should be able to analyze the data in a much better way, right? So let's try to build a scenario to do that. Let's try to build a scenario to extract the data from the data store and push it to a CSV file so that we can do some data analysis. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so we are in our scenario builder now. So first step is to extract values from the data store. Okay, so let's try to add a module. Choose module, so search for data store. Okay, data store, and basically I want to search records, right? And I'm going to select the person's data store, and I will say that id exists, right? If the id exists, then I want the data to be pulled out. Okay, that's my filter condition here. And I don't want to sort. I'll just take it as it is, and I'll click on OK, right? So let's try to run this module alone. Okay, and let's see that. So basically, I'm getting a lot of modules, a lot of bundles, as you can see here. Okay, so basically, yeah, I have the records coming in as bundles. Okay, perfect. Now, next step, let's try to assign the values to multiple variable, let's say. Okay, so let's assign these values to some variables. So let's say tools um, set multiple variables. Okay, so the first column, let's name it like the first variable, let's name it like id. Okay, id, and let's map id to id. Okay, so this is the id of the um, this is the id from the data store. So I'm just mapping it the id variable. Okay, let's click on add, and let's add another item. So this is the name. So let's try to add a name variable and map name to name. Okay, so I'm just mapping name to name. Okay, so this is from the data store. I'm mapping name to name. Okay, so let's click on add. So basically I'm setting multiple variables. Okay, and I'll be using these variables to create the CSV file. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, so after this, let's try to add create CSV file. Okay, so that is something called CSV here. So let's say create CSV. Let's click on this. So you can see that the source module just asks this question: where is the split happening? Okay, the split is happening in the first module, right? In this module, as you can see, you have a lot of bundles. It's kind of split into various bundles or messages. Okay, so the split is happening in the first module. So this is search records module. Okay, that's the question that you need to ask whenever you are working on an aggregator. So this is an aggregator module. Okay, to create CSV is basically an aggregator module. That means it is aggregating data. Okay, basically the create CSV is basically aggregating the data. So the source module, whenever you come across a source module, just ask this question: where is the split happening? The split is happening here in this data, in this particular module. So select that module, data source search records. Now, which are the fields that I want to aggregate? I have set some variables, multiple variables here. So I want to aggregate those data. Okay, so just click on here. Okay, ID and name, I want to aggregate it. Okay, let's click on OK. So you can see right now, so split happens here, and basically I'm kind of assigning the values to multiple variables, and then again I'm aggregating it here. Okay, I'm just aggregating the data here. After that, I want to upload the data into a project. So let's say upload document. Okay, I want to upload this data into a project. So let's say related record ID. So I've created a project for this. So this is my project. So I'll take the project ID from the URL. I'll take the project ID, I'll paste it here, and the related record type is going to be project because it's a project, right, where I'm trying to upload. Okay, and the source file, let's say persons.csv. Let me name the source file as persons.csv, right? And then the file content, let's map it from the create CSV text. Okay, so to create CSV, you have a text here, so map that to the file content. Okay, I think that should be it. Okay, so to summarize, what we did is we fetched the data from the data store. We set multiple variables. Okay, we assigned the values to multiple variables, and then we did a create CSV where we are just aggregating the data. Okay, we are aggregating the data into one single file. Okay, so that's what we did here. So in order to do that, we need to ask the question, from where is the split happening? The split is happening in this module, so that's what we selected here. And which are the fields that you need to aggregate? I want to aggregate these IDs. Okay, I mean these variables, ID and name. Okay, and I also want to include headers in the first row. Okay, ID and name should be in the first row. So let's try to run this module. Run this. Okay, so it's uploading the data here. Yeah. So as you can see, the data is uploaded here. So now let's go back and check the project here. So just refresh the project. Okay. And here you can see the CSV is uploaded in this project. So let's click on document details. Okay. So let's click on download. And here it is, my CSV is here. So we can do some data analysis. You can do some filtering. You can create a lot of, you can convert into an Excel sheet, and you can do a lot of data analysis. Okay. I hope this was useful. Have a nice day.